Hello guys, welcome back to my practical class. So in this practical class, I'm going to show you how to use the arithmetic operators, which is division and modulus in some real life applications. Okay, I will show you what is the difference between division and the modulus, how to use it. Okay, make sure that you have watched my lesson 4 video before coming to this practical class. Okay, so let's start. So we do have a question here. Okay, write a C++ program that asks the user to enter number of days. Okay, number of days and convert them into the weeks and days. For instance, you have 60 days. If the user key in 60 days, then this program will help us to divide into number of weeks and number of days. Okay, so before we start to write any coding here, do you remember what is the 4 important steps to be a good programmer? Okay, so the first step will be you have to understand the problem first and the requirements. Okay, so what is the hints here? What is the information that you can get here? Okay, you have 60 days. You have to divide it into number of weeks, and you have to divide. You have to get number of days. Okay, before you get this number of week, number of days, you have to understand first. 1 week, there will be 7 days, right? If you have 60 days, there will be how many weeks? You have to use division, right? 60 days, you divide it by 7. You will get 8.571. Okay, this is the value that you get from the calculator. But however, in the programming, in the C++ programming, if you define these variables as an integer, then this value after these decimal places will be ignored. Therefore, you will get only 8. So you get this 8 weeks. Okay, so how to get number of days? In order to get number of days, basically you have to use remainder. Okay, what is remainder? Remainder is the number that cannot be divided by 7 anymore. Okay, for instance, you have to use 60 modulus 7. So it means that you have 60 days divided by 7. You will get 4. This is your remainder. Here, remainder will be your number of days. Okay, so in these questions, you know that if you use a division, you will get number of weeks. In order to get number of days, you have to use modulus, which is equivalent to the remainder. Okay, so you understand the problems, so you know what is the formula to give you the solutions. Now, next step will be writing your pseudocode. Okay, so first thing first. In this question, you have to ask the user, enter number of days. So once you ask the user get number of days, so you have to before that you have to get user input, which is number of days. Display enter number of days, then you get user input, and then you tabulate, you calculate how to get number of weeks. So refer to the previous part here. Okay, in order to get number of weeks, you have to use divisions, which is number of days divided by 7. You will get weeks. Okay, so in order to get number of days, you have to use remainder. Okay, your days will be number of days modulus 7. Done. Pretty simple, right? Once you have understand this require the problems, write your pseudocode. Once you have done this pseudocode, we move on to the step 3. Write a program. Okay, turn on your Visual Studio. Okay, remember what is the first step? You have to include the library. So we are asking the user to key in and to display some output, so we have to use IO stream. using namespace standard. Okay, so integer main, this is your main function body. Okay, so ask the user enter the number of days. Okay, so now the user key in some value. Okay, semicolon, so cin days. So this is the variables. So since you are going to use some variables here, you're going to store the number of days inside this variable named days. So here you have to declare. So your data type integer and your variable name. Okay, so once you have done this, so we have to do some calculations, which is step number 3 and step number 4. Cout. Okay, so you want to display the, remember the, okay, you want to display this 60 days. Okay, this is the content of this day. Therefore, you have to boost this day without this semicolon. Okay. Days equal to, okay, now we have to calculate days. Remember how to get number of weeks? You have to use division divided by 7. Okay, so we have weeks, and so it is too long, so you can just go to the next line, continue with this. Days. To get number of days, you use modulus. Okay, modulus 7. Okay, so days, yes. So what else? We have to put endl to create a new line. So finally, you have to close the program. Return 0. So done. Any problem here? Any errors? Syntax error? There's no underline. So you can try to run your program here. Okay, yes, enter the number of days. So let's say I have 60 days. So I click enter. So it will divide to me 8 weeks and 4 days. Okay. So this is question 1. So let's move on to the question 2. Okay, we have a question. Write a C++ program that reads a 3-digit integer. For instance, you have this 789. Okay, this is the user input, and the program will extract each of the individual digits and display them on the screen respectively. For instance, the first digit will be 7, second digit will be 8, third digit will be 9. Okay, so how to do this? Understand the problem and the requirement first. You have this 7, 8, and 9. How to display them individually on the screen? Okay, so this is in the 100, tens, and ones. So there are a lot of solutions for this. So one of the solution will be the first digit. Okay, you can use the number here. This is your number. Use 789 divided by 100. You will get 7.89, right? So since this is an integer, the value behind the decimal point will be ignored. Therefore, you can get 7, no problem. Done. You have solved the first digit. Yeah, you obtain the first digit 7. So how to obtain 8? Okay, how to obtain 8? Okay, so what you can do is you use this 789. You modulus 100. What you will get? This is the remainder. You will get remainder. Remainder will be get 89. So now next step, if you have 689, you divide it by 10, you will get 8.9, right? Again, due to this data type, this is an integer. Okay, again, the value behind the decimal place will be ignored. You will get 8. Done. This is your second digit. First digit, second digit. So how about the last digit? Okay, so again you have this 789. Okay, you can accept 789. You use modulus 10. Okay, 789 modulus 10, you will get 9, which is the last digit. Okay, remember this is the modulus, not divisions. Modulus is to get the remainder. You have 789 divided by 10, you have 7, 70, 89, okay, 880, this is your remainder, cannot be divided by 10 anymore, so this is your remainder. Okay, 789. It's pretty simple, right? As long as you understand what is the problem first, try to use some logical thinking. Okay, how to solve it? So once you have identified the solutions, then you move on to the pseudocode. Okay, if you look at this pseudocode, you have first step. Again, display, enter 3 digits. Okay, integer. Okay, so second step, you have to get user input. Okay, once you have identified what is the input here, okay, remember what is the step? Your calculations. You can use this D1. Okay, so this is your number. So you store it in the okay, number. Okay. So this is your variable to store the number. So D1 is your first digit. This is your first digit. Okay, you rename it as D1, variable D1 to store this 7, equal to number user input divided by 100. So you will get 7, right? This 7 will be stored inside the first digit. So what is your step number 4? Step number 4 will be this one. Okay, this step 4. You have to use number modulus 100. So in this case, you will get 89, right? 89. So next step, you get D2. This is your digit number 2. Number divided by 10, which is this one. Step number 5. Step number 5. Step number 4. Okay. So the last step will be this one. This 789 modulus 10. So you have digit 3, number modulus 10. Done. So check. You ask the user key in the value. So D1 will be number divided by 10. Is it same as your planning? Same. Okay, then you modulus by 100, you will get 89. 89 divided by 10, you will get 8. 8 will be stored inside this D2. Okay, finally, you have this 789 modulus 10, then you will get 9. Okay, so sounds good. Okay, so now we convert our planning here into writing a program. Okay, so remove this one. Okay, remove this one. Okay, this one will remain. This is a C++ template. Okay, follow the pseudocode. Okay, first thing first, you are asking the user to key in a value, right? Enter a 3-digit number, integer. Okay, semicolon, close the statement. So cin number. So since we are storing a value inside this variable, so we have to declare a variable with the data type integer. Okay, so what is your D1? Your D1 will be the number, okay, divided by, follow the planning, follow your pseudocode, divided by 100. Okay, so what is your next step? Okay, your next step will be number equal to number modulus by 100. Okay, is it true? Okay, yes. So true. Okay, so you close it. So now D2 equal to number divided by 10. So you get 89, you get 8. Okay, lastly, digit number 3, you use number modulus 10. Follow your pseudocode. Yes. So you have this D1, D2, D3 as your variable, so you have to declare, since they are integer same, so you can just put together D1, D2 and D3. D1, D2 and D3. Okay. So now you have to display your result. See out. Okay, maybe I missed out some step here. Okay, so in this pseudocode you have to continue. You have to continue 7 to display the output. Okay, you have how many output? Yeah, 3 output. Display output for D1, D2 and D3. Okay, see out. Create a new line first. First digit will be D1. Okay, so I just copy. Second digit will be D2 and the last digit will be D3. So is there any error? Sound okay, so I will just run first, see whether we have any error. Okay, so no error. So I will just proceed. So what is the value I should enter? 789. So I press enter. So first digit 7, 8 and 9. Yes. Okay, so to solve problems, first thing first, you have to understand the problem, understand the requirement first, and try to use some logical thinking, involve these arithmetic operators, solve it. Okay, solve it first. Use some logical thinking, some mathematical fundamental knowledge. Once you get the solutions, then only you proceed to planning your solution using the flowchart, pseudocode, and so on. Okay, once you have this planning, then only you go to this program writing. Finally, you run the program and see whether there is an error or not. Okay, so that's all for today. So I will see you in the next practical class. Okay, bye.